Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic. And today we're going to dive into a Selesnya life gain deck. So when I played the mono white version of the Voice of the Blessed deck, Blessed, I said that we were going to be playing other versions. We're going to be playing the Selesnya version soon, and I wanted to make sure that I kept that promise because it's going to be a lot of fun playing this deck because there's just so many good pieces. The main pieces that we get with this one is Trelasarra Moondancer, which whenever you gain life, put a counter onto it. It's another version of Voice of the Blessed or Hallowed Priest or Johnny's Pridemate, whatever. You get to also scry whenever you gain life, which is huge, making sure we set up our top decks because typically these decks don't have a ton of card draw. We did actually fix that with a couple copies of Welcoming Vampire, but we'll see how that goes. Then we also have Prosperous Innkeeper, which gains us life when everything's into the battlefield. Awesome already. Also gives us treasures to make sure we can play 2/2 on turn 3, which guess what? We have a few 2-drops. So, making sure we can play 2 of them on turn 3 is huge for this deck. Prosperous Innkeeper is just necessary to make a good life gain deck work out well. Making sure that we put out tons and tons of pressure, on turn 3. We also got a couple other cards that are good in the green section of this deck. Devouring Tendrils, 2-mana sorcery. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. If that permanent dies, you gain 2 life. So another way to gain life, which is really nice. It's a removal spell for us. Not an amazing removal spell because it's sorcery speed, but it does gain us life as we do it. We just need more ways to gain life. It's just, if we can get Voice of the Blessed up to 10 counters, make it indestructible and Vigilance Flying, it just becomes amazing. I also do have the Ollenbock Escort in here again, make sure that we can give some things indestructible and lifelink. I didn't feel like I wanted to go up to full play set of four copies with it again, even though we had tested it last time and it was good. It still is just one of those cards that we want more ways to gain life. We want more ways to have more of these kinds of creatures. We brought in the 1 copy of Hallowed Priest to make sure that we can actually make sure we always have one of these a Johnny Pridemate type of effects. I did keep Righteous Valkyrie, even though we did lose a lot of our cleric only base here. We still have lots and lots of clerics in the deck. Basically everything is cleric, but I did add in Welcoming Vampire to kind of make it work, and then we have Innkeeper, which doesn't count as cleric, but it gains life. It's fine. It's good. And so, yeah, Righteous Valkyrie is still awesome here. Still going to be super good. 1 copy of Impassioned Orator, so we still have plenty of ways to make sure we're gaining life. And then I also have the one of Fortifying Draught, which I think will be a great way to win the game. 1 mana instant, you gain 2 life. Target creature gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. So if you have a really big turn where you have Righteous Valkyrie on the battlefield, you play out, a couple clerics, they gain a bunch of life. You swing in, and then you use the Fortifying Draught if with whatever gets in through for damage, and you should be able to close out the game right there. And so we'll see if that kind of thing happens. It's just a what of to see if we can set up the situation. Cleric classes as well. Everything else is basically the same. I did go more for these kinds of making sure we have extra things to do with our mana base. I went for the modal lands instead of the creature lands this time, testing that one out as well. I didn't feel like we had space to do both of them. We may have it, but yeah, we'll see. So anyway, let's go and dive into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. All right, pretty sweet hand. We have Prosperous Innkeeper. We do have an extra land we can play out here, so we'll keep this one. And Cleric Class to play on turn 1. I'm going to try to hope for more lands and not play out the Skyclave Cleric. Hopefully if I have 1 more land so we can play out multiple things on turn 3. And that's the dream. Alright, so Cleric Class. Pass the turn. We found one of our 8 Johnny's Pridemate things. I probably should go up to like 2 or 3 copies of Priest. There we go. Perfect. Exactly what we're needing. Another land. Prosperous Innkeeper, go. And pass the turn. I wonder if it's better to go ahead and pay for Cleric Class first and then start gaining life after the fact. But we shall see. Yeah, no blocks. Creatures control gain indestructible until end of turn. All right, so some defense there. All right, so we play Plains. Yeah, we're gonna go for just make something massive. Hallowed Priest. I'm actually gonna throw out the Ollenbock here as well. Because I want the protection over just the clerics. Like, I can gain extra life and make this even bigger, but I'd rather set that up for later turns. Make sure we have protection from a removal spell. And pass. Sigarda. All right, yeah, humans get bigger. All right, so this is a human tribal deck. I wasn't totally sure what they're going for here, but that makes sense. And it passes the turn, passes my turn. Fateful Absence. We want to go for Devouring Tendrils, of course. I'm going to go ahead and play... All right, so... I guess it doesn't really matter here. All right, so Skyclave Cleric gain a lot of life. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for the Tendrils. So you kill you. We're stuck on 3 lands now. We do have an extra land in hand if we need to start going up more, but our most expensive thing is three mana. So we should be able to make this work. Okay, their second's indestructible. It doesn't die, so it doesn't lose there. That's fine. So now they can block. Pass the turn. We need to get rid of that anyway. I guess I should have gone for Fateful Absence first so I could guarantee make the life gain stuff on the next turn. I forgot about that, dude. It's cool. It's gone now. There is something to be said about using playing Snowlands and playing Search for Glory and Faceless Haven and Exalted Deeds in this deck as well. I did that last time though, so I wanted to kind of be a little bit more, you know, just having fun with this time. All right, hits us for 4, keeps us away from the 27 mark. Rude. Alrighty, Catilda, protection from werewolves. Okay, plays out Ollenbock Escort. All right, so only things with counters. Passes my turn. Impassioned Orator. All right, we're gonna kill Sigarda. It still needs to die. It's gotta go. I wasn't sure. They had a bunch of mana with Catilda, so I wasn't sure what would happen there exactly. Let's go ahead and we're going to play this out tapped. I think being able to upgrade Cleric Class is going to be useful here soon. Attack in with Hallowed Priest. Get in for 5, down to 15, pass the turn. All right. Let's get some good top decks. Torrens, pretty sweet card. Do they have another creature? They're getting close to being able to just start putting counters on each turn as well, which is a little bit terrifying. Draws a card. Plays out a land. Okay, no creatures. Good, 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 good. Okay. Upgrade Cleric Class. So I get more availability whenever I gain life, or just put out the Impassioned Orator first. I could also start buffing this one up as well. And start bringing stuff back from graveyard eventually. I guess we'll hold off on that until we know for sure we need to. All right, so Orator. Gain a life. Make this a 6/6. Swing in. Yep, chomps. That's fine. Yeah, this is going to be a long game, so it's fine. Play this out on green, pass the turn. Eventually, we'll be able to get to the 3rd level of this the Cleric Class. Bring something back. I was thinking Paladin Class for a second, giving the double strike and whatnot. All right, Elite Spellbinder. Okay, when we have an empty hand. Flyers. We do need to find our flyers at some point. Everything has Ward of 1. Yeah, Catilda will start getting tons of counters onto everything soon. That's good. All right, so we level up. Veteran. Lots and lots of ways to gain life now. Extra counters onto things. Let's go on to Cleric. Gaining lots and lots of life. That's good. I don't think they can outpace us for life gain. I actually am fine if something goes to the graveyard here too, because we got to bring something back on the next turn. And so if I need to pay for Ollenbock Escort, I'm actually pretty happy with it. I want to force them to be blocking multiple things every turn. That means that Catilda doesn't put as many counters onto things. Yeah, that's the right way to go. Gaining life here could be useful. Sacrificing it now, but we'll hold off. I can put counters onto something else, have more things, have protection, but whatever. Down to 12. They can't ever fully swing out while we still have this much power on the board as well. They'll swing in with their flyers. They'll put counters onto them, but not tap everything out. And another Catilda. To make another dude. Legend rolls. They kept the one that's summoning sick. Perfect. Pass my turn. All right. Prosperous Innkeeper. Good stuff. All right. So no reason to upgrade, right? Because we don't have anything out there. Gain 3 life. Let's start growing this dude. Start getting lots of things to be big. If they have to chump block much things, then good stuff. Many much things. Gaining 11 life could be rather useful. We hold it off so they don't have removal. Down to 8. Yeah, anytime we find a creature, we gain so much life. It's ridiculous. And we do have a way to gain 11 life whenever we need to. Another Spellbinder, gets more chump blockers, yep. Alright, come on, we need more creatures too. Removal wouldn't be bad. Swing with the training dude. Yeah, that's fine. We're not going to block it. So yeah, good play. They actually don't have enough stuff to activate to Catilda, though. I don't know why they're not focusing on that. Like, it would be a really good play. That's good. That's quite nice. All right, there we go. I think that just ends it. Yeah, that's good stuff right there. All right, so let's make this indestructible. We're gonna put actually extra counters onto this for the first little bit. Make sure we get up to the extras here. It's once it has 10 counters onto it. We don't get there fast enough with this. Although making sure we have a flying dude to be attacking him with is really big. Okay, let's start growing these guys a little bit more. Our extra threats. Alrighty then. Alright, so what they need to do is find 2 removal spells. They need to be able to force us to use Ollenbock Escort, and then also have a removal for Voice of the Blessed after that. I don't think they can win as long as we have this guy out there. That's what we were looking for, is the flying, you know, it's an 8/8 flying with Vigilance, dude. It's good. It's alright. Blocking with Catilda. Why are you doing this? You have the Catilda to be doing some really awesome stuff. And they haven't been doing it. All right. Yep. Up to 29, down to 3. Life is good. Amulet Vanguard. That's a pretty big dude. That's going to be a massive dude. Oh, actually not that big. When we have a 15-15 out there, it's like, 3 mana 9/9. Lame sauce. Alrighty. Oh, looky there. Would you look at that? Trelasarra. Let's just make sure we always top deck creatures from now on. How about that? Yeah. All right, so we're getting enough life, I believe. Let's put 1 counter there just to make sure, but I believe we're getting enough life to go all in with that. Yeah, we're keeping the Voice of the Blessed on top. I think we start putting counters onto other things. Veteran is a good one because we can bring it back pretty easily as well. It's getting a little bit insane. All right, well, let's go attacking. They do have a 9/9, so we have to be a little bit careful, I guess. Attack there, attack there. We know we have another Voice of the Blessed. Yeah, we'll take our time. Swing with the big stuffs. Yeah, chump. That's fine. Is this now indestructible as well? I did it! I made a Voice of the Blessed. It's a 2 mana 13/13 with Flying, Vigilance, Indestructible. That only took 2 turns as well. It wasn't like it was that difficult. I mean, we had to keep everything else on the board alive, you know, but that wasn't that difficult either. All right, indestructible. They're making this go really long, but, you know, whatever. All right, so I need to make sure that I pay attention when I'm scrying this time. Yep, another Voice of the Blessed. Blessed. Gain a few lives. Okay, counters onto things. We're going to go ahead and guarantee this gets to fly. Another Trelasarra. No, we already have one. Okay, counters onto... Let's go onto the Cleric. Let's make it big enough to not be able to block easy. That's a Righteous Valkyrie. That sounds good. It's so good. Counter onto... Yeah, keep going to the Cleric. Get out of the range of a single block. So they can still double block. It wouldn't quite be worthwhile at that point. So let's just keep playing it slow. Here, and... Yeah... There. We'll swing with all of the things. They can make all their stuff indestructible, which is a little bit annoying this turn. I could force them to do that, and then have them on the next turn. But let's just play it a little bit slower. They've been holding on to 1 card this whole time, so I'm expecting it to be a removal spell of some sort. And they're just waiting for this Ollenbock Escort to be cracked so then they can kill something. Right now, they don't have a good target, though. I mean, indestructible, 2020, doesn't look like it'll work too well. Getting rid of their flyers. Flyers are the things they shouldn't be blocking with down here. All right, so they're doing what they can to kill this guy. The 17/17 is still going through right now. All right, whatever. We'll let them block for a little bit, figure things out. Man, blocking's hard sometimes. Should I block all the things? Why are you blocking that one with your fire? They're totally forgetting about the 17-17. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Go for it. I think they're waiting for me to crack this. I'm fine with trading off that guy. That guy doesn't matter to me at all. Yeah, there you go. And you're dead. You forgot about the voice. All right, sounds good. All right, this is a pretty sweet hand. I believe with the Innkeepers into Valkyrie, we should be able to gain enough life with Fortifying Draught to get to 27 fairly quickly. So lead off with Farmland, and then Frost Dragon next one. I did go ahead and add in one creature land, just the one Cave of the Frost Dragon. I realized that I was being stupid when I said I shouldn't be playing it out right away. That's what dumb people do. Yeah, pass the turn. Instant speed. I could end up killing this familiar for free. That might not be a bad play. Portable hole. All right, well, that's cool, I guess. Come on, take the treasure. You know you want to. Oh. Yep, exiles, familiar. That's cool. All right, let's hope they don't have too much more removal. I'm expecting the spirit to come out here. We try to play things the best we can. We play out Righteous Valkyrie. I expect them to have what's its face. The spirit that exiles. I can't even think of its name right now. Oh, that's not it though. Luminarch Aspirant. Okay. Does not attack in. What the goodness? Stop it with all the lands, yo. All right, we're at least gonna have Cave the Frost Dragon online, which is a good thing. Gain some life. No, don't gain life. Just kidding. Yeah. Pass the turn. Hold up for blocks. Fortifying Draught can be pretty nice. Intrepid Adversary. All right. Yeah, makes everything bigger. That's not good. Okay, please don't put the counter onto the big Stonebinder's Familiar. Good. All right. I am going to go ahead and spend this life right now to make sure that we can kill this guy. We need to stop them from having lots of big things. Some big things is okay. Lots of big things, bad. All right, so block here. There we go. All right, Frost Dragon is online next turn. Counter, yeah, onto the Valkyrie. Do I start attacking? Lifelink dude. No, I'll pass the turn. We'll start attacking with the Key of the Frost Dragon if I keep drawing lands. We should not be drawing this many lands. We don't have that many lands in this deck. We have a lot of modal lands in the deck. I think we have like five or six. Redain is a good card. That's terrifying. Oh my goodness, so many lands. 3-4. Not enough. Doesn't enter the battlefield. Stupid lands, stop it. All right, well, at least I can keep putting counters onto the Valkyrie. So now it's just a matter of who finds removal first or other good things. Spellbinder. You can check out my hand, dude. It's all good. Take a look at that. More lands. All right, come on. Welcoming Vampire, Trelasarra, all good things. Trelasarra would actually be the best one, I think, because it lets us start, yeah, going off here. That, I'm just kidding. That's a really good one too. Yeah, that's fine. That lets us gain, I think, just enough to put us into 27 mode. So, yep, I like that. Yep, just enough. Now they already know what this is, so it doesn't matter. Put it out in white. Bonus keeps it up, yeah. They'd have to find 2 pieces of removal. Our stuff is big enough then that we could start pressuring their life total pretty effectively. So yeah, that was a good top deck. Not too shabby. We are up against a Field Hort. And this is the biggest issue with going 2 color, is that we have our white mana and we can't play, like, we have the life gain, we have Wasted Bless on turn 2, and we might not be able to play it. And that's devastating. And so do we even keep this hand? I'm going to, because we're on the draw. We have higher chance of finding more planes than we have of finding more green sources of mana. There we go. All right, life is fantastic. Why do I ever doubt anything? All right, veteran, go, pass the turn. Yes, this will be, oh, this is so good. Unless they kill this, then it's not so good. Okay, Sentinel. This is just mono white aggro. Kind of like it. So I'm expecting lots of removal. It would have been nice to play out Escort here first to make sure we had protection, but that's fine. So yeah, no attacks, pass the turn. Next turn, I think what I'm doing is Escort into Devouring Tendrils even before Welcoming Vampire. Yikes. All right, well, that's something we'll never have a good answer for. Yep, no blocks. Down to 16. More life gain. All right, so we're going Welcoming Vampire first. We need to draw cards. Gain some life, swing in, pass the turn. I should have fallen. No blocks. Ooh. Yeah, let's just draw a card. I could get out like more Lunarch Veterans, things like that, but this is fine. We get to draw cards. Yeah, it starts going off. Yeah, if they had removal there, then they would have kept playing, but that was so much value. Man, I need to play in ranked more. I got the gold tier 2, guys. I did it. All right, we're up against Nightmare, and this is where things are a little bit awkward. Like, this kind of hand could be amazing, but the issue is that this can't be played out on turn 2. This has to be played on turn 1 or turn 2. And then when you have this tap land, and so we can get out, we have to play a tap land on turn 1 no matter what, really, unless we top tech something really good. So then we can't play Veteran into Voice of the Blessed here. We can still make it work out for us, so it'll be fine. So we're going to keep this hand. We're playing out Farmland first. Yeah, it's the best upside. So play out Farmland first, play a tap land to begin with. If we top deck a perfect land here, then yeah, there it is. Okay, we top deck exactly what we needed. Yay. Lame sauce. All right, here's the question. Voice of the Blessed, bring it out, let it just die to red stuff. Or, but then on the next turn I can go Veteran, Escort, gain life, hit in for 3 immediately, and have protection. Or do I try to protect this as much as possible, get Escort out before I play out the Voice of the Blessed? Let's go that route. Let's go ahead and gain some life against a red deck. Pass the turn. The Shelter could be nice to have. I think I'm needing more lands at the moment, though. We want to get to 4 lands if possible. And do it sooner than later so we can get two drops on the battlefield each turn. Yeah, there's removal, hazard, and exiles it. Rude, 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 rude. What a rude dude. Now I think I'm holding on to the Shelter. We need to protect it for a little bit. We might not even have things to target with this Tendrils. Going white. Swinging for 1. This will most likely die to Prismari Command or something here. Alright, it doesn't. Not this time. Not today, Junior. Alright, perfect. Tendrils. You kill you. Get a counter onto this guy. Yes! Life is working out. Now we have all of the protection in the world. Down to 15. Pass the turn. Another Jacob. Do it again. Gain more life. Keep growing the voice. Thank you. Pass the turn. All right, now we have a 2-turn clock, and we have protection. Another one. Do I kill it right away? I mean, not when they're holding up mana, I guess. Ah, that's pretty good. When can I do this? Do I have a chance to respawn as it goes for the thing? So can I wait for them to pay? So I believe that it'll automatically, if they pay this 6 here, I don't have a chance to Fateful Absence before it transforms. Yeah. So they can now pay this for free. All right. So plays it out. The thing is, though, I have a chance to kill it now, and they don't have any way to cast a spell, so life is good. Yeah, good game. Yeah, so we played it out the right way, but that is a little bit terrifying. Killing it before they spend the mana means that they have the information to not spend the mana. If they spend the mana, it automatically transforms. They will have a chance to cast something for free. And so we got lucky there that it was the Hullbreaker Horror instead of like a Coma or something like that, but still, that was awesome. All right, we're up against Feel Bad Amos, and we'll keep this hand. Lunarch Veterans are pretty sweet stuff. If we can set up and find one of our other cards that we need, then phenomenal. But for now, just get out our guys. We have Fateful Absences to deal with whatever they're gonna do. Don't kill my stuff. Whenever creature you control leaves the battlefield, you gain 1 life as well. Adversary. All right. Gets in for dose. No blocks. What are we looking for here? Tendrils. All right, can't quite kill with that yet. I think it's probably better just to get out this veteran right now. Just gain the life. We're outpacing them kind of by gaining life along the way. They're going to have to focus on removal. This deck does have quite a bit of removal, though. This is the burn. Yeah, Sacred Fire. Yeah. Good stuffs. Florahedron. Alrighty then. Let's go for... Do I want to kill this? I don't think it really matters that much. Let's bring this back. Gain some life. Attack in. So I'm playing out the Florahedron in here. That's the reason I want to go for Modal Lands, is I wanted more creatures that could enter the battlefield to gain life, because that's the way that we're gaining life, is having things enter the battlefield. So, oh, I hate that card so much. Oh, that hurts. All right, down to 16. Come on, deck, give us something. We've gained all of the do nothing cards, which is, you know, that's cool. All right, bring out Veteran. Florahedron. I'll just hold on to this Fateful Absence this time. Pass the turn. Yeah, we'll go ahead and kill there now. We have the other Fateful Absence. I'd rather keep my life total as high as possible, close to that 7 life, whatever. Sacred Flame, using lots of removal. We've also lost all of our ways to gain life. Yay. And we've drawn all of our lands. This is actually ridiculous how many lands we've drawn. I guess I hold off, pass the turn. So we are only running 20 lands. I think 19 actually. So of like these basic kind of lands. And then we have some of these dual lands, but like we haven't run into those. We ran into the 19 other lands. This is getting ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay, play with fire. All right, so they haven't had any other creatures come out yet. I lied. All right, go ahead and kill you now. There we go. That's a thing we can do. All right, so Aspirant, counter onto you. Yeah, pass the turn. I'm not going to throw out the Florahedron still. Yeah, I figured that would die immediately. Anything that goes at creatures instead of our face helps a little bit. Eventually, we're going to have some stuff with high toughness. Or we're just going to draw all of the lands in existence. Sure, I'm done waiting. We're going to throw out our 1 damage clock here. If we find another Aspirant, we can at least put the counter onto this and start hitting in. Showdown of the Scalds. All right, yep. That's good stuff. And they hit a lot of things. And then land to play it out. Yikes. Yeah, Pit Fighter. There she blows. What in the world is with the... I should not be drawing this many lands. Like, look at this. 8%, 4%. Like, the amount of lands we're drawing every time is ridiculous. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 there in the top 15 cards. When I'm running 19 lands. All right. With all the modal lands, I'm running 20 something. All right, let's gain life while we can. I can kill the Pit Fighter. Nah, we need to try to hold on to this so we can kill stuff when it actually matters. The issue is they can start putting counters onto things though. We just drew all lands. I don't know how we ever do anything about that at all. Yeah, no, now it's just insane. They found all of the things to do. When the spell you control deals damage, transform it. What does this transform into? Whenever a spell you control does damage, put a counter onto it, remove a counter, exile top card of your library. Ooh, that's such a good card. Wow. Okay, well, yeah, we're done. We drew all lands. That's no fun. All right, another deck with 80% win rate, and yeah, the deck felt super solid. It was, I think it's one of the best decks in the format. At the same time, though, it's a little bit limited in what it can handle and other things. We didn't face up against a bunch of control decks, and so I think that if you're playing super competitive, you're gonna run into more control decks. If you're playing just in the best of one, you know, trying to rank up with stuff, I think this is a fantastic deck to be ranking up with because you're going to create some consistency and making sure you're getting wins. I think that you run up against more aggro decks, and this is really good against aggro decks because it gains the life to protect you. You end up building a massive creature at some point, and they just can't handle it. If you're up against control decks, you're still aggressive enough that you can kill them as well. It will be a little bit harder if they have lots and lots of removal because at some point you just don't have enough protection to really win. But we do have protection from board wipes and, you know, indestructible. Like we can give indestructible to some creatures, and so it'll be okay. You can still win against those matchups, but I don't think this is necessarily like top tier as in go to a competition and you're going to have, you know, be able to win against in best of 3 against all the other decks. But for ranking, fantastic deck for ranking. Just, I mean, yeah, if it continues like this, it's really good. This first game was actually the game I totally just like flooded out like crazy. I'm actually putting to the end because it wasn't as interesting, and so I wanted to. But it was the first game actually. I was debating on even keeping it, but I did want to showcase that, you know, just first off, how bizarre that was, but also whatever. Yeah. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the deck overall. I think it's powerful. Is there anything I'm missing from the deck that would make it better? You guys know better than me. At least some of you do. Some of you think you do. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.